All right, peace, peace, peace. Well, first and foremost, man, hopefully, most high in your house is blessing your day. His mercies you are consumed with live in the most high in your house, body, and two naturally alive, man. I don't really get into this, man. How, like, the word is a sword and the tongue is a sword, man. Like, and also, too, how, like, your house was pierced. And what way? Well, not only physically he was pierced, but how spiritually he was pierced, man. If I didn't say this, hopefully, if we didn't go over this, hopefully the Most High in your house is blessing our day by His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house's body, like and we're naturally alive, man. And so, like, let's move in that, man. Be thankful in that, honestly, and just joy and delight in that, like like David said too. This is the day that He made. Let's rejoice and be glad in this, man. Honestly, and let's, yeah, man. That's just what it is, too, man. So let's be children of the day, which is the light, man. Let's just be that and be better than we were yesterday, man. I know I had to be better than I was each and each day, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna grab into this, man. Get into this, man, because how I was spiritually, how he was pierced, man. Because today's the 12th, and and I was just finished up reading the Proverbs 12, man. And I just was thinking, like, yeah, man, that's how a big thing, how spiritually he was pierced. I mean, pierced, of course, physically, of course, he suffered the worst. He definitely human history, but also spiritually he was pierced, man. So we're gonna get this in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 18, because it says, there is that speaketh there is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is is health. So yeah. So it says, there is that speaking like the piercing of a sword, and those are speaking of wise is health. So yeah, let's grab this Proverbs. Let's look at this in good news real quick, man, because let's read the verse above it, man, because the lies because even before Yahushua went on stake on the cross, man, they remember that how many the Pharisees and the rulers and the scribes and Pharisees, the elders, even the people, like they did accuse him, they constantly accuse him of things, even when he was walking during his ministry day to day. Like, that's why I say you're your father the devil, because the accusers, that's not only because how they acted, their conduct, like, our forefathers, our ancestors, their conduct, their actions, like, and their unbelief, but also too, like, what they, like, the accusing, the lying on him, honestly, the slander, honestly, that Yahushua went through. That's the thing that was like a piercing to him. Yeah, so let's grab this again. It says Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 17 in the good news. He said, when you tell the truth, justice is done, but lies lead to injustice. Yeah, let's get verse 18. Thoughtless words can wound as deeply as any sword, but wisely words can heal. So see that. So it says, yeah, there that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health, man. Like, this, then Jeremiah say the word can heal us, honestly. In other places, I think somewhere in Deuteronomy as well. But yeah, man. But notice how, like, those false witnesses, man. That's why it's even given that, because in the verse above it's going into how how he that speaketh, like, truth or righteousness, but the false witness is deceit. And that's then they say no deceit will enter into the Most High house, man. Honestly, like, inwardly that can be within you, but also too, and like, that's why Yahushua is a man without guile nor deceit. And Psalm 32 says, blessed be the man without guile or deceit. Then he said it to Nathaniel when he saw him. He said, wow, Israelite, like, without any guile, man. So yeah, man, that's just what it is. But also too, that's how Yahushua was pierced through. Honestly, like, it was the lies told on him, the slanders on him, man. That's why, because, that's what, like, Marlo said in the wire, my name is my name, man. Like, that's why, because you know what it is too. We talked about this. We talked about this in the past, right? No, we're gonna get this in John. Then we're gonna make the point, but then Revelation. But there's a difference, right? Between being self-defined and not caring about what everybody says, but still being like, but still having a concern for your name, right? Because those are two different things. Because Yahushua even said that, like, because the Most High house was like that, man. They very self-defined. They don't care if you believe in them or not. That's why your house said in John 5, and for after receive not honor from men. And Sirach goes into like don't let the praise of another cause you to fall, man. Or it's a few scriptures that says like goes into being self-defined. Daniel was greatly beloved in heaven with the Most High house shining angels, man. So that didn't matter to people like that, but also too, but still, like the word says, Proverbs and Sirach and other places say about your name, man. Because usually like that, people have that care about their name. It's just like because people equate the two, but they're two different things. But they really have integrity, honor, like principles. They stand for something, man. So like when you slander their name, they're not going to take that kindly. They don't like that. But they still can. But you can still be self-defined and not care what people think about you, but still care about your name, like because that's your name, that's your reputation, man. That's like your name can even have like could so much do just off your name alone, man. Honestly, like so that's just it is what it is, man. So yeah, man. So those are two different things, and we talked about that in the past, man. So but at the end of the day, like Jacob said, like honestly, like at the end of the day, you're gonna let the Most High your house, your righteousness and your faith speak for you. But there is a balance to it, like but still, like honestly, that's just another thing about that. John 19 verse 34. That's how he was pierced. Because also too, now this is how he was physically pierced, but he was pierced with lies even before that, even before he was on the stake. It says, but one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side. And forthwith came out blood and water. So see, exactly, man. So that's how yeah, man. But let's get the sense we read Revelation. We was in Revelation last. Let's grab this. Revelation chapter 1 verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds; every eye shall see him, and they that also which pierced him, and all kindred of the earth shall wail because of him. And even so, amen." So yeah, that's what wail means. Like kind of what we talk about the last video, man. Like when he comes to make war, they're gonna be passing out. They're gonna be afraid, honestly. But also too, man, it's the aspect as well. Like every eye that pierced him, not just like every like the one that the soldier that physically pierced him, like honestly, that Roman soldier that physically pierced him, but also too the ones that pierced him with the lies and slander and accusing him. That's why he said, "Ye are your father the devil," because what Satan does that, man. He's an accuser, and also too, man, you don't do that, man. When people, especially like shout out to brother Sammy first, man, when people are going through trials and tribulation, man, because that's what Job's friend did, honestly. And sometimes it can be judgment depending on how that person's living and what they have done, honestly. But also too, man, when somebody's going through trials and tribulation, one, it could be the Most High house shot, trying to refine them, bring them through that furnace of affliction, going through those trials and tribulations, or two, it could things. It's a lot of times too. It's just things in life, honestly. Now, three, that could be the case as well, man. But that's not the first thing, you lead off with, and that's what Job's friends made the mistake of, and that's what the Pharisees would do, scribes would do, the wicked ones would do, I should say, like being an accuser. That's why I say ye are your father, because that's what Satan does, accuse people. Honestly, that's an evil spirit to do, man. Accusing people, oh, you must be doing this and this and this, or think everything that is judgment, man, because that's what. Honestly, before I kind of here's the thing, right? Here's a dichotomy, right? Me personally, I'm pretty sure you brothers and sisters could testify this or could relate to this as well. Before, for me personally, coming from the Christianity in that church, you realize you realize how the Most High, which they are, honestly, how they're all grace and mercy, honestly, but they kind of didn't go into judgments, honestly. Now but we serve a balanced God, honestly, too, and that's what, don't get it twisted, right? Because that's what they declared in their name, gracious, abundance, merciful, all that stuff. Exodus 34:6, Numbers 14:18, Jeremiah 9:24, of course. But also too, like Sirach says, as his mercy, so is his judgments as well. On this side, coming into knowledge in the word, everything is just judgment, man. Everything is judgment. Like this Most High is this rigid person, rigid entity, that's just rigid misanthropic person. That's not the case as well, man. No, that's not what it is. We serve a balanced God, man. So yeah, man, we had to kind of realize that more. I had to even realize that a lot of times too, man, because It's just is what it is. But yeah, man, that's just how like he got pierced as well through the lies, accusations, or slander that's be told on his name, man. And that's what the house I mean. Every idle word will be every I will eat a word, man, because every like slander and accusation and false witness, man, honest, man. And that's why even I was reading it. I was listening to Morning Praise or listening to Ecclesiastes, the Sirach, the audiobook this morning, man. And like Sirach 3 and verse 26 or 24 says, man, like, many have been deceived by their own vain opinion, man. Just because you think that something happened, like, you're being deceived. That's the thing. Accused now, like, you had to be held to that, man. Because one, there's no evidence, no proof, no 2 or 3 witnesses. You weren't there. So now, of course, now we can assess certain things, like give like my your assertion opinion about what happened, but you weren't there, and that's why the law says 2 or 3 witnesses or have accurate information. But yeah, man, that's how Yahushua was pierced, man. The slanders, like was on him. The accusations, man. That's pretty much of Satan, man, of the serpent. So yeah, man. Hopefully it's edifying, man. So peace.